what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Noble Garage. So it's just me here this weekend, so I'll be filming. I'll give you a look at what we're going to be doing. So the plan is to figure out the radiator. I'm going to have to come in here. It's a lot wider. So I'm going to have to come in here and cut some of this out. It's between here and here on both sides, and hopefully that'll give me enough room. I'm going to do the plumbing as well with the reservoir. It goes over there. Have to figure that out. I bought a sandblaster, so I'll have to figure that out, and that'll be great for cleaning up parts and stuff. So I'm going to get going here on the radiator, and I'll give you an update when I know what I'm doing. Alright, so I've got the radiator all fitted in there. I had to cut out bunch here. It actually sits a bit farther towards the passenger side than in the center of the subframe there, so I had to cut out quite a bit more on this side. I made some mounts here, so they go onto this bolt here and then the top of the radiator there, and that holds that in. I'll show you that later when it's all bolted up. So now I'm going to move on to the rest of the plumbing. So here we have the overflow tank hose for the ion. This is, the tank was on the driver's side and the wagon is on the passenger's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hose where it connects down here. I'm going to spin this around. So instead of going this way, it'll be going that way over here. And then here we have the overflow tank, so I'm gonna cap this in the back corner here. I'm gonna drill a hole. I'm gonna JB weld a barb in there, and then I'm gonna run the tubing back along the firewall and another barb adapter, and I'll connect those two. So I'm gonna get working on that. I actually don't have the parts for that, so I'm gonna transition. I have some of these blocking off plates. I think the one that needs to go there, and a couple of the other ones, such as the one for right there. So I'm gonna get those all welded in, and then I'll be able to pull the engine out and finish up welding. Because if you look, all this hasn't been welded yet, so that needs to be finished off, and got a little blocking plate here, and all that I'm going to weld in now. Alright, so a bit of an update. It's the next day now. I've done quite a bit. So all these plates are tacked in. A friend of mine's coming to finish up the welding next weekend. So all these blocker plates are all tacked in for that. I got some headers. So just trying to see if these will fit, but unfortunately it doesn't look like they're going to. So they're very tight there, you can see. So they're basically already touching the firewall there, and I still have that much more room to raise the subframe. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. Maybe I can modify these. I'm not sure. I'll have to see what options I have, but at least it's good to know that they don't fit. They do. There is some room here if I came on more of an angle down, so more of a come out of the headers, do more of a 90-degree there, and then go back. It does line up with the exhaust tunnel, which is good. I'm not sure what I'll be doing there. Here you can see from the top how close it is there. Okay, so we're back. It's actually been about a month since I last filmed. I just had some other things to take care of. I'm excited to get back to this. So in that time, there was one weekend I didn't film, but My friend came and he welded these all up, so this has all been fully welded. The outer seam as well. You can see here that's all been welded in. I made plates for the ends on both sides here. And then same thing on the other side. All this has been welded. So I haven't cleaned it up or painted it yet, but I will. I'll sand that all down and put a coat of black paint on it so it won't rust. But next thing is back to this exhaust. I need to put the engine in the car to start doing other things, so we need to get this sorted out. These headers don't fit, so what I'm going to do is put the stock ones back on, and then I've got some pipe. And I'm going to try and weld up something just so that when the engine's in the car, it's not just shooting the exhaust right at the firewall there. So I'm going to get something, and the stock headers come to like about here. You need a pipe that'll turn that down like this, and then I'll weld on another pipe to go right back like that, and they can shoot under the car, and I'll deal with the exhaust later. So that'll be just temporary, and then I can figure out what I'm going to do, whether it's custom headers or modifying these ones. So I'm going to get to work on that, and I'll update you when I have some progress. Okay, so quite a few hours later, here's what I've got. So I cut off the old one, welded a pipe to that. I cut it on an angle, welded it on there, and then this was a pipe that like did a big elbow. So I cut it here and then spun it around and welded it back on. All my welds look like crap. I don't really care. This is just something I did quick here so that instead of the exhaust, the firewall is like right about here. So instead of the exhaust all just hitting the firewall, it'll get taken down and sent under the car. In the future, either I'm gonna find headers that fit, or I'm gonna make custom headers. So then hopefully they'd come here, snake down, and then down here, and then they'd all collect here and go to the rest of the exhaust. So custom exhaust is coming later, but for now I think this will be just fine for the first start and driving it around. Test drive it, I should say. Okay, a bit of a progress update. So I've painted these. I just threw a quick and dirty coat of spray paint on them so they don't rust. I'm going to be cleaning and painting the entire bay later, so that's just enough for now. I put the one transmission mount on there. I fed the shifter cables in through the hole here. Next I'm going to connect the steering, and then I'm going to slide the engine and hopefully start bolting things up. Okay, so the engine is ready to go. I had to recut the hole for the shifter. It was about here, and I moved it over there, and then I cut it further and moved it even a bit more over because it was in the way of the transmission mount. And the reason I moved it from the hole that was here is because the cables weren't long enough. So it's all ready to get jacked up and put in. I put the air box back in so I can connect that up. Everything's good to go. The radiator's sitting here, so when I jack it up, that'll be all connected as well. So it's all ready. It just needs fluids and electrical once I bolt it in, and hopefully we can start it up. But I'm out of time for today. It's getting late, so that's all I'm going to be doing. Next time we'll do all that stuff that I mentioned. So if you like the video, give it a like, consider subscribing, comment, tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.
Take it easy.